Okay, I thought the last video would be our last video about these two together. Snoop is right there, don't worry about panning to see him. I just wanted to spend some time inside Junior's place. Now, a couple things. Snoop's been running around. Everywhere he sits or walks, he leaves a little bit of his scent. That's gonna help Junior become more familiar with him. Now, Snoop has been a little bit rambunctious as a puppy, nothing unusual. Barked at him a little bit, but he's pretty much kept his distance. So that's, again, Snoop's way of saying I'm not super comfortable with this dog yet. I told them, the guardians, I was waiting for Junior to S-I-T or L-A-Y. I don't know why I'm spelling it because he's already doing it. I spell it because I don't want dogs to do it on command. But when a dog sits, it's this way of saying I am putting myself at a bit of a disadvantage because if you try to snatch me and I'm sitting, I have to get my hind legs up and then start running away. If I lay down, that's even harder. That's 5 steps I got to go through before I can start running away. So sitting down in a lot of situations for dogs means I'm challenging you less, or I trust you enough to put myself at a disadvantage, which is a sitting position. Laying down is even more so, I surrender, or I no longer am challenging you, or I trust you enough to put myself in a very vulnerable position. Now, if I tell the dog to sit or lie down, it doesn't matter. I was telling him to sit and kind of pushing his butt into a sit, which I don't like doing, but I wanted him to kind of be in more of a subordinate body posture interacting with Snoop. Now that a minute ago he went and laid down under the table on his own, I didn't ask him to. Not only did he lay down, he's laid down side saddle, and Snoop was over here when he laid down. He was laying parallel to him or sideways to him. To dogs, front facing is confrontational, sideways is approachable, behind you is defenseless. I was trying to structure things earlier where Snoop was it was more sideways as opposed to front facing. So now Snoop is jumping up on Junior's guardian, which is what facilitated that little interaction there. So that's why I have a leash and I'm making sure that we're keeping, he's keeping his eye on Snoop wherever he goes. So it's not like he's completely relaxed, but if you can contrast this energy level to where he was in the first video where he was whining and anxious and pulling on the leash, it's much better. Now my hope is I wanted both dogs to kind of settle down in this room and just coexist without anything. And then Snoop's gonna go home and do his own thing. Junior's guardian's gonna work on some exercise and stuff. Junior's gonna be pooped after this. Junior may actually come and spend some time with my dogs in a couple weeks. Anyways, so this is, again, we want to have him spend some more time together. Junior's SITing there on his own. I didn't tell him to. And another LAY. All right, so we got a good experience here. And again, this is kind of, we're gonna do a roadmap to success video here in a minute, but this will probably be the last video of the dogs interacting, even though they didn't interact a ton. But this gives them an opportunity to, again, be relaxed and practice being together without a fight happening while they're together.